Hey guys, new video about my Iron Man faceplate hinges. Just finished it up today. Just a quick video of how I did it. In case you're curious or you're trying to build your own helmet, this is how we do. I did the 2 single hinges per side. There is another method where there's a bracket system that goes down into this other bracket, where this whole piece is in the faceplate and this whole piece is in the helmet. I didn't do that method. I just thought this would be easier. There's one straight bar hinge that helps clear this low cheek point here up to the side to allow it to go up and over. And there's a second hinge, the C-shaped hinge, and the whole purpose for it to be curved like this is because this piece inside the faceplate, when the helmet faceplate is up, will actually rest up here on top of the helmet. When this whole piece comes up and over, this pivot point stays still, it actually goes outside and back over. And this just allows the faceplate to come out this way so it can clear this and your face. Let me show you, sorry the lighting's not going to be great, but let me show you my helmet and I'll show you how exactly it works. There is it in up mode. I have it marked here where I wanted the faceplate to stop. I got the bottom straight bars on, put it on, and looked in the mirror, and I noticed in some people's helmets their faceplate opening just isn't that tall. They have to kind of tilt their heads back to look out even when their faceplate's up, and I really didn't want to do that. But so I found out that this works for me. So always guessing, or with the guessing and checking, always, step by step, always try it and make sure it works. Don't just do it all in one show and then try it and find out it doesn't work all that well. Let's see if I can get some light on this. There is the 2 hinges. These are erector set pieces that I bought thinking they would work, and I can't believe it, I got lucky, they did work. There's a piece here, I'd say it's probably about 2.5–3 inches. It's got 5 holes in it. If you want to go out and buy an erector set, they're kind of expensive. You could probably just make these pieces yourself. I have them screwed with 3/8 inch screws into a piece of just 1/8 inch thick plastic, but I have another piece of plastic between that and the helmet just to kind of bring it out a little bit. I didn't want screws going all the way through. And they're not screwed in too tight. You can hear the brackets moving around. I wanted a little bit of play with that, just so the helmet wasn't, all stuck in uniform and stuff. So, and then here's the curved piece. You can see when the faceplate is up, you can't really see the other screw right now. I mean, maybe a little bit right there, but it's up on top of the helmet. I'll show you from the side. Yeah, it's on the outside of the helmet, and that's where it needs to be to get this lift to allow it to do that. And when it comes down, everything's all closed up nice and neat. I'm gonna fill this in a little bit, try to get the seams to match up. This is nowhere near done. If you're doing a helmet like this, my advice is do the hinge system early on. Once you get the helmet sized and shaped how you want and the faceplate shaped how you want, don't worry about all the sanding and stuff yet. Put the Bondo on just so the weight will be close to what you will have at your final stages, because if you're going to add motors or a hinge spring system or anything like that, you want the weight to be really close, especially if you're doing servo motors. You can see there's some lines down there. That's where I actually used the erector set pieces as kind of like a compass. Once I had one of the holes or one of the screws drilled and set, I would actually put a marker in that last hole there and kind of see where the range of motion would allow me to go. I found the hardest part was getting this cheek part to clear this corner, and that's all with this straight bar. I found that if moving the pivot point on the inside of the helmet up allowed it to set and have its rise higher up where you could clear this tip, and having the faceplate pivot point back further allowed for more leeway, allowing it to come out more and up more. So if you're making your own helmet, you just got to play with it. I actually cut out some cardboard pieces and just kind of stuck my finger or a pen on the one side and just kind of with my other hand opened and closed the helmet countless times. And that's why you want to do this early on, is because if you are doing final sanding or even if you went as far as painting it, you're going to scuff it all up, opening it and closing it and opening it and closing it and setting it on its side and flipping it over and putting it down on its faceplate. You're gonna ruin your work. So that's my advice for that, and just stick with it. And using the plastic actually helped out quite a bit. I know some people do like short screws, or they'll actually put rivets and stuff, but using this plastic, you know, even if you drilled a hole and have to drill a hole right next to it, that's fine. Or if it's too close, you just swap out the plastic and start over. It's not the end of the world. So cheap materials, start with cardboard, and just try until you get it right, like that. Thanks.